Hello and a good Monday morning to you, my air-dried churro carts of caramel latte love. Coffee cheers to you. It is I, Hallie, with today's weekly reading book review. I am not in front of my normal shelves. I am cat sitting and at this house's reading loft, which I am not mad about. There are bookcases in basically every room and I'm obsessed. So coffee cheers to you. Also love to screen import. Somebody send me one. I love them. Okay. Hi. I don't think Kitty will appear because she is morning napping, as all queens should. But I have a beautiful stack of books to share with you that I read this week. And so let's talk about stories, shall we? All right, pour yourself a cup of coffee. And here we go. All right, the first one I finished. This is The Magic Paintbrush by Zhang with Eric Darnell. Art by Phoebe Zhang. This is an illustrated, hooray, middle grade book. There are monsters that come to life from paintings, family guardians, and there's kind of a dueling narrator viewpoint of the guy who thinks the magic paintbrush belongs to him and his family in China, and the girl who finds it at her grandma's house while her parents are on an Arctic cruise. So it's art, it is imagination, it is anti-perfectionism, and like I say, all art is practice. And, obviously, as the title says, there's a magic paintbrush that kind of things come to life. So that presents a challenge. So thoroughly enjoyed that one. Random House sent this to me because art books, hi, it's me. And they sent me the sequel too. So I'm excited to read that one. So thank you, Random House kids. Yes, Random House kids, and love that cover art and her little friend she invented when she was little. So love that. Okay, the next one I read, I enjoyed even more than I expected to. I don't know why I didn't expect to love it, but I did. This is Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shae Ernshaw. This just came out in paperback. This is the Barnes & Noble special edition with those stained edges. Nice big font. Gotta love big font to help me read fantasy. But it was really easy to picture. You don't have to know the plot of The Nightmare Before Christmas, which obviously Sally is from. But it does help to at least know the visuals so that you can picture the characters they're talking about and the woodland and things. And so that was really exciting because the Sandman got loose and put all the realms to sleep, including the human world. So Sally, to save the day, right after her wedding and honeymoon to Valentine Town, which is where I belong, but also Megan Shepherd just wrote the sequel, follow-up, companion novel, whatever. And so that one just came out in hardcover. I think I showed it to you a while ago because my signed copy arrived from Malaprops, which is my indie bookstore pre-order for July. It's July. But anyway, so I read this one first, loved it. Been out a while, but thoroughly enjoyed Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, Shae Ernshaw. Looking forward to reading Megan's companion piece. Okay, this next one, again, thoroughly surprised at how much I loved it. This is Still Writing by Dani Shapiro. Again, nonfiction. Who knew Hallie could read it? And 2 books in, I think, 1 month. Wow. Anyway, I think I highlighted 90% of it. I've been copying some things into one of my many, many notebook journals. This was amazing. This is a 10th anniversary edition. She did a little updated preface to it, but so brilliant for all creatives. I know there's a lot of great books out there, but she's an excellent author. That seems dumb to say, but I really enjoyed her writing. Not all writing styles are for all people, but I really found hers engaging and wise and thoughtful. Tiny short little essays. Some of them are barely a page and a half. Some are a few pages. Just really great. So for all creatives, highly recommend Still Writing, Dani Shapiro. I don't know if you can tell because my phone's at a weird angle, but it's kind of like, those short squatty books that I love. So really love this. Looking forward to continuing to learn from it. All right, the next one I read was so weird. So weird. Okay, this is Strange Houses by Uketsu, who is an anonymous Japanese mystery thriller horror author who keeps his persona a secret. Like, he always appears in a mask, and it's kind of creepy, but whatever. Performance art in all forms. So this is Strange Houses. Yep, it was strange. It was strange. What the translator note in the back helped a lot for how I contextualized how I felt about this book. But Yuseko writes for all audiences, so there are lots of diagrams and family trees throughout to help all readers of all age levels follow along, put the puzzle pieces together. And anytime there's like script, there might be like one, like a little blurb from our narrator, the author, who I assume is uketsu, sorry. The rest of it's kind of written like a play, the characters, so you don't have all this prose. It's just like character, dialogue, character, dialogue. So that was really interesting as far as format. A few trigger warnings of, death and murder, and oddities, and no spoilers, but if you like strange thrillers, strange houses, I would read more by this author. It was just that bizarre. And as I said, from that book that I so love this month, the Spring Summer Asteroid Bird, diversity should come in forms of storytelling, not just who we're writing stories about. Cool. Okay. The next one I finished last night in bed. This is Mystery at the Manor, number 3 in the Montgomery Bonbon series. I always want to say Monsieur, but it's Montgomery Bonbon. She's a 10-year-old girl named Bonnie who puts on a beret and a mustache and is suddenly a detective who drives around solving crimes in England in a painted ice cream van with her grandpa. These books are hilarious. The author, Alasdair Beckett-King, is a comedian, actor, etc. in England, I assume, Britain, sorry, I know there's a difference. Anyway, but like, for example, the bad guy, one of the villains who invited Montgomery Bonbon to his mansion to oversee a quest as he divvies up his estate among his 3 criminal apprentices. He's giving her a tour of the mansion, and he's like, Louis the 14th chair, and she's like, imagine that, 14 chairs, all named Louis. Hilarious. Or grandpa's getting their giant suitcase out of the front seat, and she's like, I've never seen a baby hippopotamus being born, but now I don't have to. It's just funny. It's funny. I like it. So again, Montgomery Bonbon. This is number 3 in the series. Highly recommend all of them. Illustrated by Claire Powell, who also illustrated the Swifts. Again, just light, very quirky illustrations, great writing. Will be super fun as a read aloud, or just for anyone who loves a good mystery book, including children. So that was fun. Okay, currently reading, before the cat came out and purred demanding pets, I was reading A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. I read this 15-20 years ago in a different version. This is an updated paperback. This is next week's American Fiction Book Club pick for the book club I host. So I've got a ways to go. It's only a 500 pager, but I love it. Some people are saying it had a slow start or it didn't give a good HFC. I'm hooked from the first sentence. Like, this is just, I love it. It's slice of life. Maybe nothing happens, but it's about humanity. I totally skipped the foreword that Anna Quindlen wrote, but maybe I'll read it after I'm done reading the book. So I love it. Betty Smith, Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Classic. Obviously, it's like 80-something years old. So good. And I also still need to read Henry VI Part 1 and its subsequent 2 other parts in my Shakespeare quest. So let me know what stories you're reading, loving, enjoying. I've also been listening to, binging Liz Gilbert's Magic Lessons podcast, which again, 10, 11 years old when Big Magic came out, her book on creativity, and so great. So been loving that and writing down a few snippets of wisdom and hoping it just all soaks in as we continue this creative storytelling visual art journey. Had a great week. Crayon Box, you will be getting a video shortly with what I created this week. So excited. And yeah, more coffee for me, more cat pets, and we'll talk at you later. Okay, love ya.